Hey everyone, I'm here at the end of my summer 5K reboot plan. I had my goal Parkrun 5K last Saturday. So I started out this plan, I ran a 35:19 in a Parkrun 5K. So at the end of this training plan, I had run 104 training miles, and my new Parkrun personal best is 34:39. So what's that, 40 seconds off, which isn't bad. It's progress and something to celebrate. But in the summer, I actually ran a faster 5K at the Veterans 5K, which started earlier and it was cooler, and it just worked out better that day for better running. I ran 33:51 for that day. So at last weekend's parkrun, it was 75 degrees, so it was already pretty warm, pretty humid, and that really slowed me down. I mean, looking at the heart rate data, my heart rate was averaging 191 beats per minute, so definitely put in the work, and that's, I think, the best that I could do in those conditions. So I was kind of discouraged. It's not as much progress as I wanted to make, and I was feeling really defeated. But then I found a website that lets you enter in your race time and the weather, and then it kind of like adjusts it for you. And when I adjust this race, it came out to 34 minutes flat, which made me feel a lot better about the progress that I was making. That would be a minute and 19 seconds off of my 5K time. And I don't know, all of a sudden I felt a lot better about the progress that I'm making, and I felt ready to move forward. And I went on Instagram, and some people told me that, training for longer distances helped their 5K time. And at this, to be running as slow as I do with 11:08 pace, that would still help me out a lot to just add longer runs and keep growing. And then my 5K will probably go down in time. Now I feel ready to move on to a 10K training plan. I'm not going to stick with Garmin. It just didn't really work out for me. It was 3 runs a week, and I added an extra run to do Parkrun. And I just didn't see, it wasn't challenging enough, and it was hard to know when to push and be flexible with those runs. So I'm actually going to go back to the run less, run faster 10K plan. I actually used this training plan last year, and all my personal records were during this 10K training plan. So I did end up burning out and not finishing it, but I think that's because it was during the summer. It got really hot, and I didn't adjust my expectations for the goal paces that were listed here. I remember it was 90 degrees out, and I nailed my tempo pace, and then I was just destroyed. So with run less, run faster, you have 3 key runs that you need to just fit in at some point during the week. Doesn't matter what order, you just can't do them in a row. You need to have proper recovery time. And I think I compounded these runs too much. They were every other day, but it was for 2 weeks. And I had the long run and then a day off, and then the next week's long run I did first. And I think I just didn't balance it right. So my approach for this time, I think I'm going to always give myself 2 days of rest after these key workouts. That's going to give me a 9-day training week, which I read Meb's book, and that's how Olympic runners train. They have a really hard run and then 2 easier days, and that made total sense to me, because the week just doesn't work. You always need to have 3 hard workouts and training plans, and I just don't feel ready to move on to the next week when it starts getting tough. But you're on a training plan and you have a deadline. So for this, I'm going to do all the key runs. I'm going to do a 9-day training week and just be able to move that around. I don't know how Parkrun's going to fit in yet. And then I'm just going to, at the end of it, I guess it'll be end of December, beginning of January when I finish this. There's not going to be any races going on. This is just to build up my fitness, and we'll see if I can maybe go on the track and test myself on my 10K, or maybe if I can get some travel in and find a 10K that's going on in January somewhere warmer. We'll see what happens. I mean, right now I'm just going to keep working on my fitness, keep working with nutrition, and just overall improvement. So that's where I am. That's this check-in. I'd like to go ahead and do weekly updates. I already did the first long run in this training plan. So it's a 10K training plan, and the first long run is 6 miles. So you just get in there and start moving with it. And I'll let you know how that run went, and I'll keep you updated on how my progress is going. I don't know how I'm going to train through the winter. I don't have a gym membership right now, and I might just pay a couple days to go to the Y and run on their treadmill. I'll be figuring it out, and you'll be there too. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next update. Thanks, everyone.